thank the referees, the volunteers, coaches, and everybody that's been associated with this. We've had an enormous effort over the past few months, but obviously, most importantly, we'd like to thank the people that are the IFCPF, and that's the players. So a huge round of applause for all of our players. We have a number of awards to give out, and over the course of the week that we've been together and the time that we've spent, all of our staff, including referees, classifiers, commentators, and all the staff, we've come together, and like I say, over the course of the week, we have decided on all of these. Some of the awards we had to decide on. Some of the awards were decided by the players' actions on the field. But we do have some very nice awards to give out here, and we'll do that in just a moment. Again, I can't thank everybody enough for the efforts. I can't thank our sponsors, Capelli, and other sponsors locally that have helped us with a number of things. Again, the attitude and the commitment from the nations that came here is very special. As many of you know, we managed to combine some teams to get here, and if it weren't for a number of the teams that really put an effort into getting here, this event wouldn't have taken place. And I've spoken privately with a lot of you about how important this is for the future of women's football, and to a woman, to a coach, to a person here, you have supported that endeavor. So thank you very much, and we look forward to passing the torch on to our next event. I know some of you are busily planning that. We've seen some great productivity from our friends from Australia, from the USA, in terms of thinking what else we're going to do next, and I will support and work with you on those ventures. And obviously for us, we lead into 2026 with our World Cup in the USA. So, without further ado, I want to make sure that we do our awards here. And our first award is our Respect Award. And we like to think that our Respect Award exemplifies leadership and respect for the game. And I said here there were many situations where this event might not have taken place, and there were a number of events I could have picked. But there's one particular young woman who I think deserves this award, because arguably without her, I don't think this event would have taken place. And when I made a number of different calls around different countries trying to put this together, one young woman stayed very tall and very strong in terms of making sure that her team came here despite, with respect, some not support back home. And she said, Ash, I'm going to make this happen. My players, the team's with me, the players are with me. We're coming no matter what. So whatever you do, tell Team Australia, tell Team USA, tell them we're coming. And she's on our player council. She does a wonderful job. And our Respect Award goes to Karen Hulda from Team Denmark. It's this one here. Yep, that one. She gets both. Karen, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, you want to stay here? No. Okay. Congratulations to Karen. Next up on our awards, again, this was a unanimous vote, and I hope they're here. I believe they're here somewhere. We hope Team Netherlands. Oh, there they are over there. So a very special goalkeeper. A lot of great goalkeepers here, but it was a unanimous vote amongst all of the people that were participant, and there was about 12 people that participated in deciding this vote. But the Golden Gloves, the goalkeeper award, goes to Nikki Granberg from the Netherlands. Some Dutch being spoken here by our president. Congratulations. Let's make sure you get a picture. Stay there, and I'll shake your hand in a second. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
There you go. And in case you missed it, these have lights underneath, and they're actually going to light up very nicely at home when it's a little darker. So this one was decided by the player herself, a very special young woman who came to the sport a few years ago, and I was one of the fortunate people that was able to speak to her family when she first found first found out about CP football in the U.S., and she's done nothing but be committed to the cause and grown. And turns out she scored the most goals at this tournament. She's our Golden Boots winner, Jess Kuhnel. Come on over, Jess. Yep. You better take a picture. Are we taking a picture? Congratulations, Jess. And again, we had an awful lot of people that were part of the decision. They simply presented me with the names, but I'm delighted for this young woman. She's done a great job. She was a great team leader throughout the tournament, and the panel voted as our MVP of the tournament, Cassidy Leak. Congratulations, Cass.
Thank you.
Good job. Well done.
Thank you.
So before we give out the medals here, I think it's very important to note that I went on a trip to I took our CP team from America to Ireland, a few years ago when we first started traveling with people. And what I loved about the Irish on our trip there, they were very generous. They gave us lots of things, but one of the things that was important to them that they gave us was a piece of the local Ireland. They gave us a piece of petrified wood from a peat bog, and I thought that was really neat. And so, as part of our way of having you remember Loughborough, it was very important to us that somehow each of the players that won awards got to remember locally. And our medals were forged locally. They're beautiful medals. They were forged in a local company with local materials. And so each and every one of these medals, much like the peat bog I took home from Ireland, hopefully will sit with you. And not only is it just a medal, but it's also a little part of Loughborough. So for those taking the medals home today, I think that's a very special thing. And one of our sponsors donated these, and they really are quite beautiful. And they are printed out of our new logo. So without further ado, we'd like to bring up Team Denmark, who are our third place winners, and you're going to collect your medals from, let me make sure you get the right ones, so I'll hand you one. Yeah. Yeah. Did you hold that, Harry? Great job, Team Denmark. And I think it's very important to note that we also received great help from the Finnish FA, who also combined with Team Denmark to help them create the team that they were. And I think one of the special parts of this event has been the fact that the women have all come together. It's been a very joyous time watching each and every one of the teams to come. we've had a lot of teams travel from a lot of distances, and before we give the second trophies out, I don't know who wins the competition for who travels the furthest, whether it's Team Nepal or whether it's Team Australia, but for sure we are so fortunate to have teams that are willing to commit and come from a great distance. And every time I've spoken with the federation and the organizers in Australia, how do we support, how do we get there, what do we do, how do we keep making these things happen? So no small journey to come from Australia. And our second place winners, of course, a wonderful team, and I know they're going to rev up for next year's World Cup after today. And I can't wait to see you all again in America, and maybe we get to come down and see you play down there as well. So our second place winners, come on up, Team Australia. Okay, before we present the trophy, I have a couple more people and things I want to say and thank because I know once that's gone out, the attention will be lost. And I think it's very important that we make sure we say a few more thank yous. First of all, for those of you that are not aware, the head of our referees is Sky Arthur Banning. He's in the U.S., and unfortunately, very close to the time we were able to come to start the event, he had some other things came up, and he wasn't able to come. And our head referee was Keith Stroud, who's a former EPL, former championship referee here in England, and although he's run over to the men's game, he put together a fine crew of other young national referees across England as well as other national referees. So I'd like to say a huge thank you to our referees. And we will have some special awards for them that we will be sending to Keith that we've had unfortunately missed the plane over. But they will be coming, I can assure you, referees. But again, I thank you so much. I also think there's another person that we have to give a special thanks to. I got fortunate in that I got to spend a lot of time with Ollie Walker over on the men's side and Jude over here on the women's side. And I was blown away with how much preparation they have both done to prepare for their games. And if you've had an opportunity to watch the feed that came from the Loughborough Student Union, the pointy bit of that is the man on the mic and he has been unbelievable. He knows all the players, he knows everything about them, all their stats and so on and so forth. And one of the missions that I had was to increase our visibility, and I think our television coverage this event has been absolutely fantastic, helped by a world-class setup at Loughborough University. But like I say, at the pointy bit, having Jude on the mic has been very, very much an important thing to us. So a huge thank you to Jude. And you may have heard me say this, but just so that you know, for the television coverage, every single one of the people that you see doing the television coverage for LSU TV, they volunteered their summer to be here. They actually volunteered to come back early from their vacations to be in school early to make sure that we had the level of coverage we had. And so when you see one of these people running around with media and mics and so on and so forth, just know what they gave to us also, and an immense, immense donation of their time, effort, and energy to make sure that we put on a great show. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Very importantly, and again, he's not here, but I do think it's important to note that that a lot of you see me as the front of the organization in terms of my spending time doing this, but one important member of our team who's over at the men's already, the tournament director, Sam Turner, did put tons and tons of work into this and was unbelievable. And again, although he's not here, I do think I would like to recognize how much work he's put in. So thank you, Sam Turner. And over the past year, I've worked on putting a team together to really make the IFCP rock. The support I get from Jan Hein is incredible. He's a brilliant mentor. He's been in the games forever. But we've brought on board a lot of very important people, and no less than someone who helped us rebrand our organization, someone who's driven our social media. She is very driven. She is completely and utterly focused on making the IFCPF a better place. And for those of you that missed my communications in-house, all of you, the amount of times people are watching us on social media is way above 1 million people for this event now. We have ways in which we measure that, and I've seen some of the graphics and ways in which we do that. But I'd like to also thank our comms director, and she's been nothing but spectacular this week, Kat Hicks over there from Australia. We definitely stress about different things, but I am that million person number that she's blown away again, I think is very special for us. So I think and I hope I've gotten everybody, although I think I hit the parents. Again, a lot of people come and support you, behind you players. This is the players' game, but they're actually, I'm sorry, I did miss one. And this is important for all of you. Leah Glazer, would you stand up and stand out? Talia Blanchard, would you stand up and stand out? Karen Hulda, would you stand back out again? And I think that's the three. So these three young women are on our player council, and they work tirelessly too. And they come to every meeting. For poor Talia, she has to wake up at all kinds of hours or stay up all kinds of nights. But she's an incredibly dedicated young woman, and I've absolutely loved working with Karen and Talia and Leah. Leah has most recently been leading our anti-doping efforts to try to make sure that our organization is in compliance and does a better job of being in good standing with anti-doping. And I just want to make sure that we've got more space for players on the player council. And if you're anything like these three brilliant young women, step forward, take some time. We'd love to have you because they help. I listen to them. I really listen to them. One, because they're brilliant, and two, because they care. And they really care about you. They really care about this organization. They give of their time. And I personally thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you at our next meeting where we get to hang out again. So thank you. And one final, it would be remiss of me not to give a huge thank you to one team that worked so hard to get here on their own, but also they were helped by a number of people from around the world. Much like we had our friends from Finland help Denmark, we had our amazing team from Nepal who were helped out with players from 3 other countries. In fact, I think we had 11 different countries represented on the field at one time here. But I would like to give a special thanks to our team from Nepal, but also to Anya, who helped out from Ireland, to Hannah, who helped out from Scotland, and to Matilda, who's yet to decide which team she wants to play for, but I'm going to let her decide that. And so I would love a special round of applause for our team from Nepal as well. So I can see Kat is twitching because I'm running over time. So, sorry, Kat. Without further ado, let's bring up the 2025 ICC Women's Champions one by one to get their medals, and then we'll do the trophy presentation at the end. So our 2025 ICC Champions, United States of America. So unfortunately, we were told by Loughborough we were not allowed to have pyrotechnics on the turf, so we do not have pyrotechnics. We did try to buy pyrotechnics. And then you come up. How do you come up fast? Our 2025 ICC champions, USA. All right, USA coaches, why don't you all come in for a picture too? That's the traditional thing. For the ladies that won awards, we have a special box for you, Karen. We have a special box. Where's our goalkeeper? I have a special box for you. Don't leave. Don't leave. I'll get it for you. I'll bring it over. I have a lid for that as well. I have lids for those. We've got the Dutch goalkeeper and the two Americans, yeah. Picture. Harry, can you get balls? All right, and that brings to an end our championship. If anybody can help me collect up balls, I'd much appreciate it. Yeah, and I got more for you as well. For those of you that won the actual box awards, come see me over here. I've got the rest of the boxes for you. Karen and our goalkeeper.
Ja, dat zien jullie straks. Lekker, ja? We gaan nog even terug. Sharon.
Ja, nee. Is there a boogie to go?
Yeah, it's going right now.
Boogie.
Yeah.
We gotta bring the tables. We gotta bring the tables.
Right, we're going.